Hi everybody, it's Tanya from Business Automation 101 and I've been asked to show how I created the word map that's at the top of my Facebook page. I went looking for what was a word map. I didn't know it was called a word map, so I had to do some Google searching first of all, and then once I found it I played around with a couple, and the one that I liked was this one, which is Jason Davies. There's a heap more out there, and if there's interest I can create a quick cheat sheet that explains what's in a word map and how to use them. The best way I found to actually play around with this is go in and use the one that's currently there. So this information is placed in here by whoever Jason Davies is. So he's just talking about how it all works. The best thing to do is just to start playing, and I'll actually make this a bit smaller so you can see what happens when you make changes. So you can actually have less words, and you can either use up and down arrow or go to 100 as an example and press go, and it changes the look. And the good thing with this is that if you see an image that you like, you can save it. You can screenshot it or use Jing, which I do, to grab the one that you like. But if you don't like that look, hit it again, and it just keeps changing. So eventually you might find one you like. You've got a couple of options. You can use Archimedean, and again, if you change the numbers that are in the orientations, it changes the look. So if we hit 7, as I said, it keeps changing what your look could be like. You can also change how much space there is there, and as you're doing it, it changes. You can also go to rectangular, and you get that look. You can have one word per line, and then it looks really funky because it's trying to do sentences. So that's what the word per line is. I recommend using the one word per line if you're going to use keywords, and I'll show you what I do with that in a second. So, okay. You can also change the fonts. You actually have to type in the font, but, you know, if you type in Arial, I think it's Arial, I always forget. So it's chosen that one. I've spelt it wrong. I think that's Times Rows. That. There we go. So that's your Arial. You can play around with things like all these other bits and pieces. It just changes the look. Again, if we bring this down to smaller numbers here, it changes the look. And again, if I had 200, it changes the look again. So it's just a great way to quickly make some sort of image that can be a bit more different than try and find something on Pixabay. And I've done that before, and I use that Pixabay a lot. It's a great site. Now, the other things that you can do is, of course, is you can go and find a post. I've gone and found this one. It's not mine, but I'm just going to copy what's in there and bring it over to the word generator. So it could be your post. You've written a long post, you know, 1,000 words or so, and you've added it in. So if I just put that all in there and then go, this is the look that I get. And then again, I can drop it down to 100. I can change the look of it. And obviously this was a post about automation, which is why it's in there. I can change it back to impact, I think it was, and that's the look that we get. I can change my orientation, and again, as I said, if you see something you like, copy it. Now, another thing that you can also do is actually just put in words. So say like you've got a whole heap of keywords that you want to use. Again, I've gone over to here. I'm just going to go to Uber Suggest and put in business automation, and it comes up with a whole heap of keywords, and there's 449 keywords. View it as text, and again, you can copy it. So Control A copies everything in a screen. You can scroll and highlight it all, but Control A captures everything for you. Control C or right click to copy, and then again bring it back over to here and paste it in and go. And obviously there was a lot of words about business and automation in there, but as you can see, I can play around with the look of it. I can increase the numbers of words, and it brings it up. I could go through and sort for words, replace what I don't want in there. So you've got a couple of things that you can play around with. So, you know, and you might say, oh, look, I really like that look, and just keep playing. You know, business automation, that looks cool, the way that it's on an angle with all the little words behind it. And this one has got a whole heap of things in there. But again, I'm just going to take a screenshot using Jing, and there's a little image that I can use the next time I want to use a business automation one. So it's pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot of time, but have a look at it, see if this is something that you can use to have a little bit of a different image on your website, on your Facebook page. It's a great little tool to use. Thanks very much. I'm Tanya Shipman from Business Automation 101, and I hope you've enjoyed this look into my mind about how to use WordCloud.